This is In the Dirt with ASOTU.
All right, I am standing here at NAMAD 2022 with Dr. Monica Curry. I've been talking a lot, but Dr. Monica Curry with Subaru of America.
Absolutely.
You are the head of what I'm now calling DEIB, which explain what that means for the people.
It is diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, which is key.
Okay. See, you did something there for me right there. You've done this before. You're right. I want to talk about belonging. So tell us, because when, we've heard diversity and then it was kind of like DEI and a lot of people got used to that, but now you've added this last part to the acronym and belonging, and you said that that's really key. What does that mean to you in the way that you're encouraging retailers?
It's interesting you asked that, because I've had the honor, I came from financial services, right? And so I've always been in homogeneous spaces. And so with that, I was always the only at the table. And so here in automotive, I'm a little bit older now and a little more mature and comfortable in my space.
You're like, I can get my elbows out a little bit, right?
Got my doctorate's degree, got a little more confident in myself. And so at Subaru, belonging means to me, I can go in the morning, I'm in the cafeteria, I got music playing, I'm singing and dancing, I'm wearing sneakers in the office, because it's about what I bring to the table, not necessarily what I look like, what I'm wearing on my feet, the suits. That for me is that sense of belonging. I can just be me and be creative.
I feel like you should scrap the front of your title at this point, because that to me seems like the trump card.
Okay.
Right? That's like the one that you lay at the end that says no, actually, the real heart of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is actually that everybody that comes to the table can be comfortable in their own shoes.
Absolutely.
Can come to work and provide value based on their personhood, not any level of their skin, race, equity, background, any sort of, or sexuality or anything. They're not actually defined by that.
Right.
They're actually redefined as just belonging as a part of an organization that I have value to add, not because of any sort of status or relationship to an external marker, right? That now I'm marked by, you're welcome.
But there's a couple of things that play a key factor in that sense of belonging. It is being in an organization that creates that psychological safety. I can mess up.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
I can mess up, but I know my executives have my back and aren't going to hold it against me. So it's that psychological safety. I report directly to the CHRO, and so I can go to her and I can say what I need to say. And it's that safety that she's created that has allowed me to be ingenious about the solutions. It has allowed me to be ingenious about the partnerships. It has allowed me to be ingenious about the partnerships that we've already had, but expanding them deeply, such as NAMAD. Just being able to be here and invite different people to show up at the next gen. First time Subaru has ever sat with the next generation, and so it was because I asked. I don't know if I would have had the courage, maybe 10 or 15 years elsewhere without that psychological safety, to even ask, hey, we've had this relationship with NAMAD for at least a decade.
How do we press in?
I said, what was crazy is I just asked Damon. I was like, hey, how do I get in front of the next gen? He's like, done.
You come.
He said, done. So I was like, oh, wow. But again, it's that psychological safety that allows that sense of belonging, which allows creativity, innovation, and just fun. I'm having a blast.
You're having a blast. Now, so that's important for you, especially as an OEM representative.
Absolutely.
There's the onus that you have to have that internally at the OEM, at the company level, the organization level, but you also get to encourage the dealers. So how are you balancing that communication where it's we're taking action and we're encouraging action? How are you balancing that among internally and then with your retailers?
That's a great question. And so if I can, let me give a little bit of context around Subaru. So we are one of the few automotive industry organizations that our brand is about emotion. We are the Love Promise organization. We are more than a car company. And so diversity is yet another active ingredient in the Love Promise. And so a couple of things that we've done just recently, and again, this is about psychological safety, being willing to ask. I went to our head of sales, SVP of sales, and I said, I want to do a DEIB retailer summit where we brought some of our retailers to headquarters for the first time. I had an opportunity to introduce myself, tell them about the commitments internally and externally that Subaru has made to diversity. We made 2 external goals. They are external facing representation goals.
Yeah.
And it's about, if I see it, I can be it. That's also true for the retailer side.
Absolutely.
So we actually covered the cost for these retailers to spend. They ended up spending 3 days, 1 day travel, 1 full day with me, and then a full day travel home, so that they could learn the commitment that we as an OEM have to diversity, the expectations that we have for them, but also, Tom Dahl, our CEO, what resonates with me, he always says something along the lines of, it's not just about being good people in business. No, sorry, not good. It's about more than being people in business. It's about being good people. So it really is just about, it makes sense. And there is a business case for it.
It's not good. It's not just good business people. It's good people in business.
You heard him say it last week, a couple weeks ago. Thank you for cleaning that up for me. Thank you.
Well, so, I love that. That's, as a brand marketer at heart. Right. You're like, oh no, this actually goes across the thing, so we don't have to recontextualize it. And I think that any initiative that we have, especially when it has to do with people, and I'm stealing your belonging thing, by the way. I don't know if there's anyone with that title out there in the world.
I don't have it trademarked.
Right. But for people to belong in any organization it has to go through the whole thing. And so I appreciate what you're doing. I'm encouraged by your energy around it. I hope people can catch fire around that. And I appreciate you having this conversation with us. So Dr. Monica Curry, you are an amazing light.
Thank you for allowing me to be here. I watch you guys all the time. I'm a fan.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.